everyone, welcome back to another Pilates session with me, Sarah, part of Brahma Fitness. I hope you're all well today. We're staying on the floor, staying on the mat today if you've got one, or carpet if you've not. So we'll go straight in. Let's just start with a little warm up. Getting them shoulders moving to start with before we get going with the main bit of the workout. All the way around. One more for me. Lovely. Bring your hands into prayer position. You're going to rotate around to one side, bringing it back. Just warming up through your spine. You're not aiming to get yourself all the way around to the other side of the room. Exhale as you rotate around. Inhale as you bring it back. From there, you're going to take your arms into circles, so take them out in front, up tall, and then round to the side, round. Inhale as you take them up, exhale as you take them back, and just reverse the way, so out to the side and then back down to the front. Don't try and get them all the way around to the back of your body. A little bit unnatural for your shoulders, that, so just out to the side, up and round. Two more, and then we'll go straight in with the plank. So you're just going to hold a static plank to start with, so elbows or wrists, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to go with my wrist, and then for your feet positioning, up onto your toes, or if you need to, drop toes, knees, as long as you've got a straight line from your shoulders to your ankles or your knees, and that is where you need to be. Your core's engaged, working them shoulders as well. Nice big deep breaths as you're holding this position. If you start on your toes, you need to drop to your knees part way. That's absolutely fine. Don't feel like because you started in one position you have to hold it throughout. You're better to modify rather than stop the exercise completely. I'm going to do a few more seconds here. And drop to your knees. Quick stretch back into child's pose. Okay, from here we're going to go into a side plank. So again, you can go down onto your elbow. It gives you a bit more stability as well as taking the pressure off your wrists. Modify with your knee on the floor rather than your feet. One foot in front of the other, or feet stacked. From here, you're going to reach your top arm up, and then you're going to rotate through into that gap between your hand. Exhale as you rotate through, inhale as you bring it back. Again, if you start with your feet up and you need to drop that knee, that's absolutely fine. You're continuing the movement throughout. If you need to take a little rest and come back to it, you can hit pause, or you can just come back in when you're ready. I'm going to do two more here. Okay, from here, stay where you are, lift that leg, top leg. Legs working as well here. Shoulders should be burning as well. Keep it going. If you need to drop to your knee, you can do. We're going to do two more. one, straight into the other. It's a nice little mermaid stretch before we do the same on the other side. Okay, right, take your feet round to the other side, chosen position on the other side, whichever you choose. You're going to start with that rotation. You might be a bit more wobbly on one side compared to the other. That's fine, modify as you need to. You might find you haven't got quite as much reach on one side. Again, that's fine. We're working on that mobility as well. Use that breath. Last one. Remember, we're staying here. And straight into that leg raise. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Again, you might find it harder on one side. Might be shaking a bit more on this side. Try and push through. 2 more. Excellent. Drop yourself down onto that hip. Stretch it through into your mermaid stretch. Few deep breaths here before we move on. Okay, so from here we're going to go into a Superman. So you're going to take yourself into the tabletop position. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. As you look through your legs, you shouldn't be able to see your feet. Head, feet, eyeline facing down, head in line with your spine. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to take one arm and the opposite leg out. And then you're going to bring them together. Exhale as you take it back out again. The aim is to keep your back completely stable. So you're not curling in and stretching out. We don't want that. Your upper body isn't moving. You're just moving your arm and your leg. Inhale as you come together. Exhale as you take it out. To modify it, just place your hand and knee back down in between each repetition. Last one. And place it down. We're going to switch sides. So using that opposite arm and leg now. Make sure you've got your core engaged. You're not moving that upper body. Keeping your head facing down rather than up. So it's going to keep your neck in line with your spine. Really important to keep that alignment. Helps with your posture. Last one. And bring it down. Okay, so staying in this position, we're going to add a rotation in. So you're going to take, so the first arm and leg you took out, you're going to take the leg out in the same way, but this time your hand is going to come, I'm going to switch sides, switch around actually so that I'm facing you when I do this. So your hand is going to come by your temple. You're going to bring your knee in, And then as you take that leg out, you're going to rotate round. So a little bit more concentration involved here as you rotate and take that leg out. Again, don't curve your spine as you bring yourself in. Your elbow and knee aren't supposed to touch. If they can, and you're not curving your spine, then go you. Working into them shoulders as well. As you're using it to stabilise yourself. Just the last one here. Before you switch sides. Again, I'm going to turn myself the other way, just so that I'm not turning my back to you each way. Okay, so opposite sides. You're going to rotate around and bring it back. Oh, wobbling myself here. Keep that concentration. Excellent, keep it going. And you might be wobbly on one side. This is your last one. Place your arm back, sit yourself back, just stretch out those wrists. There's a lot of work that's gone into those wrists this morning, especially if you've done your plank on your wrists as well. Okay, take yourself around onto your bum now. So we're going to go into boat position to start. So you're going to lean slightly back. You're going to lift your feet off the floor. If you want to, or if you need to, you can place your hands behind you just to help stabilise you. If you want to make it harder, however, just take those hands off. Nice big deep breaths as you're holding that position. If you need to, place your feet down, but keep that lean back on your upper body. It's going to keep all your core engaged and get your muscles still working nice and hard. Try, relax into as much as you can. Nice big deep breaths. Use your breathing to take focus away from the burn. You'll feel it in the front of your legs as well. A lot of people feel it quite a lot in the front of the legs in this one. A few more seconds here. However, we're not going to put your feet back down. We're going to go straight into a leg extension with it. So you're going to straighten out one leg at a time and bring it back up. Exhale as you straighten. Inhale as you bring it up. Nice and controlled. Excellent. Try and keep it going. Again, if you need to place your hands down for a bit of support, you can do. You're going to do 2 more on each leg. It doesn't stop there. We'll move straight on to the next exercise, keeping it from this position. So the last one on each leg now. Okay, bring your arms in. You're going to rotate round. Bring it up. Keep them feet where they are. If you need to place them on the floor, do so. Try and work through. And keep them lifted in that boat position. Adding in your rotation. Excellent. Exhale as you rotate round. Inhale as you bring it back. Front of your legs should be burning, or might be burning. Might be super strong in the not. Core really working hard here as well, keeping you from wobbling around. Make sure you're really rotating through, rather than just moving your arms. Trying to get that opposite shoulder right round. It's going to make sure you've got full rotation in there. You're going to do one more to each side. And you can relax. Excellent. Okay, I'm just going to move forward a little bit. Your knees are going to stay bent. This time you're going to curve your spine. Roll yourself down, keeping your head and shoulders off throughout as you come back up to a nice tall seated position. So curve that spine, roll yourself down, but not all the way to the mat. Bring yourself up. So you're only going as low as you can, which to make it low as you can to a point where you can still come back up nice and controlled. If your legs are a bit sore, you might not be able to go as low as possible as you normally do, because that is a big factor, as you probably feel by now, in this position. Really going to strengthen those hips. Curving it down, rolling down, and then bringing it nice and controlled up. If you're finding your feet coming off the floor as you roll, as you come back up, or you're having to kind of curl back up like this, just don't go as low. You need to make sure it's a nice constant flow. And on this last one, nice and slow, all the way down to the mat. You can stretch them legs out, stretch your arms out above your head if you've got the space, unlike me. I'm a bit too far over on my mat to do that. I'll move myself up before we move on. Okay, so from here, you've got the option with your feet. We're going into a curl up, so you can keep your feet planted and your knees up. Alternatively, if you want to make it a bit harder, bring your knees up into a tabletop position. You're going to curl up and back down. Eye line still facing the ceiling. You're not pulling on your neck as you curl up. Last one. And this time we're going to go side to side. So you're going to rotate up and over and bring it back down. So your legs are staying where they are. Same side each time. Going up towards, aiming to get your shoulder up and over to that opposite knee. Whether your legs are up or down. If you've started with them up, don't feel like you have to keep them up all the way through. If it's really hurting or pulling on your back, place them back on the floor to be safe. One more. And then we're going to go the other way. So straight into the opposite side. Use that breath. Remember, exhale as you rotate up. Inhale as you bring it back. those legs up. If they're not up already, take them up. This time we're going to kind of mix two together. So you're going to do the same as what we've done on your lower body, although you're rotating from one side to the other this time. And you're going to straighten out the opposite leg. So into your crisscross. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale as you bring it back. Nice and controlled each time, don't rush through. Make sure every muscle's working as it should be. Two more to each side now. Last one each side. And you can bring your legs down now. Well, after this one. Excellent. Bring your knees in, hug them in. Or stretch them out, or unstretch them out, do both. Okay, bring your knees back into that hug. Move into a double leg stretch. Now, so taking arms and legs out together. And bringing them back. If you want to make it harder, take your head and shoulders off the floor as you take your arms and legs out. Bring them back. And help the mobility in your shoulders. Really strengthening your core. Make sure that you're not arching your back. So the modification is to take your legs a little bit higher. So it's your level on this one. So if you find your back's arching, don't take your legs as low. You don't want to hurt your back. Absolutely not. If you can only manage to get your legs to there, then that is fine. You're still working just as hard as if you're taking it lower, but you're doing yourself less damage. Last one here. Excellent. Relax it down. Stretch it out. From here, roll yourself over onto your tummy. You're going to do a back extension. So placing your hands by the side of your head. You can either keep your hands grounded as you lift up, or you can take them with you. Keep your head in line. You're not lifting your head up like this. You're keeping it perfectly still. It's your lower back that's doing the work to lift your upper body off the floor. Keep it nice and strong. Excellent. You're going to do two more. And relax. Excellent. Push yourself up into a cobra stretch, either on your elbows or up onto your hands. Keep your shoulders relaxed as you do so, and keep your hips as grounded as you can. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you feel better for it. Take yourself all the way into child's pose. A little stretch here. If you want a bit more of a stretch, have a look on our channel. We have got stretching videos on there. You have to have a look at and do. If you fancy something a little bit different, we've got other workout videos on there by myself and Chris, or both of us on some. So take a look. Stretch one arm back through the other way. Sorry, I forgot to explain that. So threading one arm through the other, just going to stretch out your shoulders a little bit. Work those quite hard as well today. Lovely. Okay, sit yourself up. Bring yourself back in to the middle. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for working out with me today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what